Hello everyone. What does it mean to have a diverse nonprofit board, and why is this important? In Module 6 we looked at this idea of diversity and what it means for the nonprofit and for the community it serves. Having diverse leadership at the board level not only ensures that more ideas are brought forth, but that perspectives, experiences, and abilities can be leveraged to help the organization. I posted some things in both the announcements and in the supplementary materials about this idea of board diversity, and I hope you'll utilize them either now or in the future. It's probably safe to make the assumption that diversity in nonprofit leadership, that is, on the board, is a good thing. I want to take you into a deeper dive, however, into the impact and structure of diversity. By diversity, of course, I mean in all forms, whether that is the construct of race, gender, socioeconomic status, skills, abilities, talents, experience, or something else. While it is one thing to achieve diversity in the first place, and we've had the discussion about board recruitment and volunteerism, the deeper question I want to pose to you is, what is the impact of board diversity on the mission and the organizational systems? What I mean by that is that does a diverse board influence the way an organization goes about the programs that it has? Let me give you an example. In one community nonprofit organization that I've been a part of as a board member, one of the early conversations at the board level during the formation of the organization was to ensure that the board represented the community that the organization served. It did not, and so efforts were undertaken to make better inroads into the community and to be intentional about finding potential leaders. While this has happened and is still ongoing, the board composition does reflect the community, but the more nuanced question is, how does the organization relate to and serve the community? Did having a diverse board help change opinions and perspectives? Well, to answer that question, so far, yes. But it does take effort, and ensuring that diversity of leadership position impacts diversity of programming. I suspect it will always be ongoing. A simple way of first getting to a diverse board is finding out where the gaps are. The way this board that I served on found out is that we created a table where we first listed several constructs such as age, gender, ethnicity, background. We then put these names of the board members down and saw a striking pattern of homogeneity in some places. Doing this simple exercise completely changed the way we looked at board composition, and the rest, they say, is history. Now I want to say something about boards that are traditionally entrenched in a lack of diversity and what it takes to change the mindset around that. Moreover, what does it take to even begin a conversation about board diversity? That's a more difficult question, and in my experience, this is a long and arduous task. It's not impossible, but it takes time and candid conversations about the mission, vision, and values of the organization. That's why this subject in many ways is a leadership issue. Nonprofit leaders who recognize the need for change and bring other leaders into the conversation about change and diversity at the board level are one of the biggest assets to an organization. As this week concludes, remember your second paper is due, and I've posted a separate announcement with some thoughts and tips for you. I hope this has been a good conversation about board diversity, so let's continue as appropriate through the weekend, and I'll see you all online.